aim hour is
An hour
English,
with aim.
An hour with aim, and it's English interview, and I want to have a part where we discuss Thailand in a global stage.
Okay.
Well, I want to put it this way. First of all, if you can pick someone to come and work for Thailand, anyone in the world, who would it be?
But that's a hypothetical question that doesn't really make any sense. You know what I mean?
But it's leading to another question.
I thought you were talking about like foreign policy of how we put Thailand back to the global arena or things like that. We only have like 10 minutes, man. We gotta make sure
The problem is
we hit the nails, bro. We gotta hit the nails.
The problem is the minutes.
On the head.
It's not a question.
I mean, it's something we talk over beer, but I thought I want to use this time. I have my agenda. I want to use this time.
Okay, I will finish the question. Okay, the first question would be how to put Thailand in a global map. And the second question, when I asked you to pick someone, is that how to attract talented to the country.
Oh, okay.
That's where I was getting to.
Sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. I'm a stubborn guy just like you, so I think like two of us think alike. For foreign policy, it really is important to Thailand at the moment. The current state of Thai foreign affairs, which they proudly accepted themselves as bamboo diplomacy, which means it's a quiet diplomacy. I don't want to talk. I don't want to take actions, and it really shows. They do walk the talk when they vote on United Nations. They put abstain on a lot of issues. But if I were to be in power and the kind of change that we do, you know, if you don't speak, you don't exist. You know, you can't be spineless when it comes to things. You have to have the right values and speak. And the good example of doing that, you know, you might feel like, you know, you could talk about that, but Lee Hsien Loong of Singapore, for example, he criticizes America. He criticizes China. He's playing poker and not chess. He's calling bluffs out. You know, you bluffing, but, you know, you have your guardrails meeting at the back, and you have a strategic, you know, managed competition between the two, and I don't want to be the pawns in your chess game where you move me to be aligned more towards the Chinese or towards the Americans. But we gotta stick together with the mid-sized power and say that we are in a poker game, not a chess game. Second thing is it's an a la carte and not a buffet. Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong will come out and criticize America if it's wrong. He would also criticize China if it's wrong. You know, but it's foreign policy is domestic policy because he has the legitimacy domestically, whether you agree with it or not, but he is, you know, for his country, then you can speak on behalf. But if you come from military coup yourself and you want to talk about human rights, I mean, there's no credibility in that, right? So that's the kind of thing that we need to step up, know what we want, you know, walk the talk and pick and like strategically pick what's good for both the countries, and rather than buffet where we just stop talking about one side of the power and we want to be stuck here. That's wrong.
I study your interview, and one of your dream is to be the UN ambassador, right? How does it call? UN Secretariat.
UN Secretary General. SG, General.
Ideally, your dream, it could be like 20, 30 years from now, and you are there. How do you want, like, you are, now we're going to have like Secretariat Pita on a global stage. How do they want people approaching you and talk about Thailand?
First, to put Thailand back on the international stage, you know, me being there is proving that Thai people is capable, Thai people is willing, and Thai people is able to be a global citizen in the global arena, you know, not just people from any other countries. For the funny thing, the lighter side of it is because, you know, when I was in school and then Ban Ki-moon was coming from South Korea and he beat Kun Sergei Thai because of the military coup back in 2006. And then he came to the forum and he said, okay, my name is Ban Ki-moon, JFK, just from Korea, and everybody was laughing and things like that. So I felt like I could do it too. That was just like, you know, without any logic explanation, and I felt like, yeah, I could do it. You know, I can, and Thailand can, kind of feeling. And then after studying for that 2 or 3 years, and a lot of people working at UN, a lot of people working at Oxfam, Amnesty, you know, ICCPR, and all these international organizations, then I become friends with them and I know a little bit about their headcounts, their administrative costs and things like that. And say, okay, it's the biggest government in the world. That's it. The bureaucracy there is real. It's not a joke at all, and it's quite a challenging one. And I started looking about it macro-wise and micro-wise. Macro-wise, the permanent members of UNSC, are there because they won the World War II. And Russia now is aggressing against international world order. And Japan and Germany, one of the two dominating countries, are not even there in the first place. So that the global world order is not going to be adapted to the current state of the world, that's for sure. So macro-wise, that's a thing. And then micro-wise is, I feel like there's a lot of roles. International organizations could work with the governments more than just having seminars or talking about this. You could maneuver things and make it happen. But first and foremost is to prove that capable, willing, and able to be a global citizen too, not just any other countries. Obviously, not just the European countries or American countries, but people from Asia or people from Africa or people from South America has the ability to lead as well. So.
Yeah.
สำนักข่าว Today Make Tomorrow Today